Hi guys, I hope you're good since last video. We've seen Gemini CLI in the past. I showed you my workflow with Codex, and we've been using a lot of Groq, so I wanted here to show you that Mr. Everybody also can use Groqcode CLI to make his own utility app. Here we will be in a certain scenario, and I will be presenting you how you can build anything using that and different iterations. Follow along. Let's get started. So we're gonna go into the GitHub Groq code. You can have an overview of it just playing this little video that we're not gonna play fully. We just go through it. And that's what we're going to experience. It's different building blocks for developers and so on. So you can have a read, you can pause the video. There are some comments, dead code, complexity, MCP, additional tools for web search, merge conflict resolver, for example. There is this way to install it. That's the normal way. If you don't have me, I'm not gonna install it like that because I don't want to take much space in my computer. I'm just gonna use the npx command. So just have node.js installed and the npm installed already. So I'm just gonna make a directory here, Groq CLI. I'll clear it. There's nothing in. And after we're going to be running it directly using npx command. You need to log in. So here you just say yes with a Y. And after you just wait a few seconds. And I'm going to show you how to log in. That's one way to log in. /command, login with your credential, and you enter the API key that you get from the Groq platform. Now I'm logged in successfully. You can now start chatting. So you choose the model that you want to use. On the bottom right, you can see the model by default is Kimi. So here, /model, you get the list of the models. You have GPT-OSS, you have Qwen and Llama models. We were going to go for the default Kimi K2 instruct, Chinese model like Qwen. Okay. After you can maybe do a test interaction just to see if it works properly. So here, this is our question that we always ask to any LLM. What is the biggest capital city in Asia? 1 second to answer us. That's blazing fast. It says here Beijing. Okay, we got our answer. That's good. Okay, now let's start with our scenario. I'm going to Tokyo, which used to be the biggest capital city in Asia, and want to create a demo Python app, like a one-page application, fun to display the videos of my YouTube channel. So here, basically, I'm just telling it to create a Python app because I'm going to Shibuya, and I'll be presenting my YouTube channel in the Shibuya place, and I wanted to just make this application. It's pretty quick. You start creating a checklist. It has checked 2 boxes out of 4. We can go in just to see which folders and files have been created. Static, templates. It's pretty quick to create everything. We get the static file, looks nice. We're going to see after when we're going to run it. Okay. Tokyo Pink. And after I reach here the max iterations, the model has been iterating for a while, and it's going to ask me if I want to continue or if I want to stop here. Please like and subscribe during the break. I've been forgetting to ask you to do that, so I'll try to do that. So let's activate the YouTube API. I'm going to show you here. You go into the Google platform, the Google Cloud platform with your account, enable API services, and that's where you can enable YouTube, Google Map, or Gmail or anything when you want to interact with it using the API. I'm going to put a project name. You create your project. Here I'm going to call it Tokyo Creditizens Demo. You can't use underscores, so I'm just going to use hyphens. So Tokyo Creditizens Demo. This is done. You create. So after that, we'll be able to search for API. So enable API and services. We're going to be clicking on that. And here we're going to be able to search for YouTube. That's what we want to interact with. And we're going to go for this one, the first one, video, playlist, and channel. And you get some other ones for analytic and reporting. We want the YouTube Data API v3. Enable. We wait a few seconds. This is not fast forwarded. It's enabled. Public API. Now what do you need? You need credentials. So here in the tab, there is a credential tab. You're going to click on the credential tab. And you're going to go at the top right, create credentials. Just here, create credentials, API key. You just put a name, you give it a name to your API key. So I'm going to call it Tokyo Creditizens Demo. Same as the project. YouTube channel. So you don't need service account for that. You just go for the API key, and here you just leave everything as a default. Okay? And you just create it. Application restriction, no restriction. Don't restrict my keys. Creating, and we're going to create our API keys. You copy, you get the API key, and you put in your environment variables, like in any project. I got some lags, I got some issues. As you can see here, it's lagging. So I had to stop it and restart it. And it's telling me too much that iterations have reached the maximum iteration. So I'm going to log in the same, put my API key. I'm logged in. And after I'm going to just resume this because it has the history saved. So it's just going to read the files. I just told it to read the files and keep going because there are some missing parts. Remember the checklist? And now let's go for a code review, very quick one. We have a Flask app. We need to maybe here use the .env because we're using environment variables. So we're just going to import it. After, when the agent is going to read the file, it's going to put it into the requirement. It knows that is missing. YouTube API key, that's what you put in the API key that we got from YouTube. You put in the in a .env file. And here I just put Junko in the manga kisa waiting for Naruto. This is a fallback, but it's not going to work with that one. You need your YouTube channel ID as well. So here also it's good to use an environment variable for that you can put in a .env file. You just go into YouTube, you go into your channel, into the main page of your channel, and you'll see the ID in the browser. It will be written. What's the ID? Okay, so here I'm just fixing the @Creditizens. It's okay. It's gonna work. I hope so. We have an app.js is asking me if I want to approve it. After you have another option called yes and don't ask again. At this time it's just going to be approving everything. But this is maybe why I'm getting those max iterations like now. So I don't know if it is my computer or if you experience it the same. You see here I got some lags. The screen is jumping a bit. Max reached. So I'm annoyed by that because it's been stopping the process. You see again. I switched the model. That's my trick. That's what I did. So we're gonna go for the other, maybe a Chinese model, the Qwen 32B. I stop it. I restart. Okay. And I'm just gonna prompt it directly. So I think it has my credentials. This model is going to be thinking a lot. And you're going to see it's a reasoning model. Start dev env. So let's start our environment because it has created the requirement.txt file. As you can see, it has added the python.env. I have a .env file where I've put already the API key of YouTube. So I've shown you how to set it up. Very quickly, I create my Python virtual environment. I activate the Python virtual environment. I install in the right way using pip the requirement that the agent has made for me. So it is installed, and also the agent has created a file which is telling step by step how to run the project and describing the project, which is very nice. Normally I put it in my prompt asking the agent to do that. So you see here it's lagging a bit when I'm typing. It's going down. So I got this issue when I have created my TUI in Rust for my Kubernetes cluster to upgrade it. So it might be my my terminal, my Ubuntu terminal is possible. So here I'm just telling it to check if anything is missing and create it if not, and to tell me if it is complete. Because it's been running, but it just asked me at the end if I need any other files. But I'll be running it. I believe that we have everything. You see, I can see the README here. Create an .env file. Put the YouTube API key. But I've also added inside the channel ID as an environment variable. And after you just install the requirement that we've done before together. And Python 3 app.py. That's how you're going to run the application. Is running. Let's see how it looks like. If something is running or nothing. If we get any error, that's a kind of a first iteration. Okay. So it's not running properly. We got some issues. We got Creditizens. 15,000 followers. We have 211 followers, but it's okay. Location is good, Tokyo, Japan. The page looks amazing. I like the page, the design, very nice. I just check here the console, what is not working. Okay. So in the code, I believe that's the channel ID. Because here you see we got 200 for the requests. So the API key works fine. We got a 300 or so. Create the minimal. I just read what was the last output, another iteration. So I'm just telling it now it is fine. The app runs nicely, but the API call seems to not work for the YouTube channel at Creditizens data, and the video are not showing on the page, but only the sample placeholder data, which is the fake data, is showing up. Fix it please and add debug print and so on. But here, looking at the logs, it looks okay. It looks like it's working. And here you see it has added, okay, it got rid YouTube channel ID. That's the environment variable that has been added. That's good. And it has put also the YouTube channel ID as a fallback. Amazing. And now let's see if we can do our presentation in Shibuya. Yes, we can. We have all the latest. We asked for 9 of those. We got the 9 latest videos. So you could build that pretty quickly. And it tells you 1 week ago, 3 weeks ago. And you can click on it and open the video. Very quick access directly to my YouTube channel. Okay, LLM training. We need more likes on this video. Perfect. Okay, we can scroll and we can click all the links to visit the different hubs that we have in Creditizens world. Very nice. So we hope the subscribers are going to grow to this 15,000 pretty quickly. After you need maybe to delete the API key. When you're done with your demo in Shibuya. So now I'm done. Get rid of the API key. Next time I want to use this application, I just need to come here and create an API key. That's it. I can now push it to my version control, GitHub. And whenever I need to use it, I use it. Okay, so you've seen the Groqcode CLI. I got some little bugs. Tell me if you got the same bugs, if it is because of the CLI or because of my terminal. But still, I used just 2 iterations to get the page running. I've shown you how to set up those API keys and to activate any YouTube service and get API keys and interact with it, with any LLMs, so you can use the same process. Hope that you liked this video. I'm gonna stop here. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.